Boom, Maribon. We are live. Tennis Con 9 kickoff party. You are partying in Miami. I am
I am.
partying with my buddy B2. Look at that. B2 in his house.
He's the best.
Anyway, guys,
Best dog.
tell me how you're doing, where you're from as you tune on in, as I reset the stand. We already have 100 people strong right out the bat. Just boom. Ready for Tennis Con 9. Maribon, how are you, buddy?
I am great. I'm really excited to be with you here, Peter. You're basically my best friend in the tennis community and a great
Aw.
friend overall. And I'm just really proud of you for doing such a great job and also innovating this year with Tennis Con. So really excited to be here. And yeah, and like you said, I'm in Miami, but I'm just excited to be here with you and make some content. So
Yes,
let's get into it.
absolutely. So I want to point out that we had Karen from Florida. Guys, tell us when you come on in, where you're from, how you're feeling, how you're enjoying Tennis Con. We got a lot of people playing the game this year, which we'll talk about. Look at all these comments coming through. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Look at all these Northern California. Bonita
Nice.
Springs, Florida. Hope is on. She's like awesome. She's all over all our stuff. Lisa. Let's see. College Station, Texas. I mean, we just got it all. Chicago. Lynn Miller. Dave. Always Dave. Dave? Where'd you go? I lost you, Dave. The comments are coming so fast. Did I get Dave in there? I want to get Dave in there.
Dave. There's
Dave,
so many comments.
It's awesome. I keep messing up on Dave. I will get you, Dave. you deserve it. Okay. I see you guys all. There's like, you guys are just so great. I also want to, before we get into stuff, I want to, Dave Trammell, if you're watching, because I had to change my setup, but I promised I would put the Georgia Bulldogs picture in that he sent me. I got this in the mail just the other day. Just incredible. And tonight, guys, we're going to go through 9 tiny habits you can do to basically separate yourself from 98% of the tennis player. You will become 98% better by watching tonight's live stream, because if you get these tiny habits, life is all about tiny habits. You get these tiny habits down, you're going to be in amazing shape. And we're also going to be playing the game tonight, too. We got some cool stuff to play the game tonight. So if you are thinking, if you're like, man, a lot of people do wait till the last night or the next day to like become official members. But if you're ready to kind of play a game soon, you can win a tumbler. We're also going to have tennis trivia, a towel. You'll see how we're going to do it. And an ornament. Okay. Look at me and Maribon on the ornament.
Yes. So those lovebirds.
So what are you talking about? Yeah, that's good. That's true. We are lovebirds, Maribon.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, welcome to the kickoff party. Let's see. Loving. Where was that? Hope to hear tip, short balls. I saw somebody loving the Tennis Con content, though, this year. All right. I can't keep up with all the comments. So, but yeah, guys, Tennis Con this year is hitting different. So if you're in there, more comments, I know my camera is foggy, guys. My camera is foggy. I'm sorry about that. Maribon and I were working at backstage. I couldn't get it to on fog. I do apologize. But if you're in the Tennis Con game right now, if you're in the Tennis Con game, comment, let me know what you think about it, because like the leaderboard, I'm going to show you guys here in a second. The leaderboard is crazy. We have so many people like tied for first place, and here are people who are already inside of Tennis Con. We have Love It. The prizes are great. I like the shorter videos rather than several 1-hour classes. So we've made it shorter this year so people can consume it. I usually can't watch all the recordings, but this year they feel like they could. I like how it's all broken down into individual strokes. if this trend continues, I might actually be able to watch all the videos. I've got the dashboard full of other TennisCon years videos, and it's hit or miss if I watch all the videos from each year. So that's why we made it, because whether it's tennis or any other course online, 97% of people do not finish the courses they buy. B2 hears some barking out there. It creates the feeling of a two-way relationship with a coach. So we got lots of people who love it. And then I think a big reason why we have so many people active this year is for the game. And you can win 3 main prizes. If you guys are just now kind of catching up on this, first prize was actually 8 winners. 8 people are going to train with me and Maribon in Atlanta. Second prize is a Pongbot ball machine, which is amazing. It's such a cool ball machine. It's smarter than me. And then third prize is a fast track training aid. So I want to start a game right now. Maribon, would you like to play a game?
Yes, I'd love to play a game.
Okay, so I'm going to escape here, and we're going to start the first game here. And I'll be looking on my phone to see if anybody goes on this. Let's see, you missed out. Let's see. Well, refresh. Hopefully it'll refresh. Okay, so we got 15 minutes on the board. All right, and then we're going to go into our lesson. But the first competition, we have 15 minutes on the board. If you order TennisCon, in the next 15 minutes, I'll be looking at my email to see if orders come through. I'll send you out one of these tumblers. Okay, so if you join within the next 15 minutes, not only do you get everything and Maribon's bonuses, which he'll go through, but you also will get this sent to you in the mail, okay, which is a pretty cool tumbler. Maribon, if you could put your link in the chat. You have to buy off Maribon's special link that he's going to put in the chat. Can you do that for us, buddy?
Sure. Appreciate it. Let's see here. All right. Hopefully that came out. Oh, it did. It said failed to post. All right. That's my shortened link, so I'll find the original and put that for you.
Put the original one in there, buddy. And so Maribon's going to put that in there. I'll be checking to see if any orders come through, but I want to get into the presentation on how we can get 98% better. So
I think you might have to put it, Peter. It told me I couldn't put it.
It told you couldn't put it.
Yeah, it said it's failed to post. Boo.
All right.
Dang YouTube. It's okay. I'll send it to you and you can try.
Can you put it in the private chat?
Yeah, I can also give you a shorter one. Just worst case, you can just make it as a banner or something like that. But I sent it to you. Okay, all good.
So I'm gonna copy it, or boom. Let's see. Copy link. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some really good content here that Peter's put together, and I'm going to riff off of him. Peter, you look like you're in vertical mode now. What happened?
What are you talking about?
You're
oh my gosh. What the heck?
Are you trying to do the Matrix on us? What's going
on? I put the link. Did I put it into the chat? No, I didn't. I'll first I gotta get the. I'll fix my camera here in a second.
I'm taking a photo of this, Peter, just for future documentation.
Okay.
But rest assured, everybody, we're going to get into some really important habits for you.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. You put the link in.
I put the link in. Why is this doing this? Are you kidding me?
All right, I'm going to have to launch into something if you.
How the heck did that happen? Are you kidding me? All right. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know how to change this.
Peter, if you want me to start talking about anything while you try to fix it.
Yeah, I'm going to take myself out of the studio. You start talking about, why don't you talk about, you made the playoffs and sectionals. I'm going to remove myself.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So one cool accomplishment that I did as well as my girlfriend was last week, and we had 5-0 sectionals. We actually had super trial level sectionals, which my girlfriend and I played on the 5-0 line in our respective teams. And we also had a 4-5 team and a 4-0 team. So 3 lines of doubles. And I think one really key thing that we did was I trained several times with my partner and we communicated. So communicating, especially in doubles, is going to be one key habit that's going to be able to help you fix a lot of issues, because when you go into, doubles partnership where you don't communicate during the match, and also you don't get to practice, which I get it. Sometimes you don't get to practice with a partner that your captain puts you with, but communicating is huge, because then you're going to be able to, call plays and ask each other, what is your favorite spot to hit serves, and what's your favorite playing style, what side do you like to play on. So communicating is huge. And there was actually a camp that Peter and I did, I think last month, and Peter, to huge credit, he noticed that that one of the players had said something to the other partner, and the other partner had ignored that person, I guess, in a sense. And so Peter had stopped them from playing, and it emphasized how much communicating helps. So I think that was a huge reason why my partner and I were able to win both our matches at sectionals and get to nationals. So that's just one brief tip, while Peter has fully recovered and now looks fantastic on screen.
Okay. All right. I don't even know how that possibly happened. That was the first time in 9 years that's happened. But here we are. So we're going to go into 9 tiny habits that fix 98% of your tennis game. And Maribon, maybe look for some comments and questions. But we're going to get into it. And here we go. All right. So this first tip comes from John Craig. He has he did 2 videos this year, and one of the videos talks about mastering the midcourt, and specifically mastering the midcourt volley. And I did another clinic like a week ago, and it was interesting because everybody, when we were doing practice volleys, everybody, and this was 3-5, 4-0 players mostly, everybody practicing their volley went right on top of the net to practice their volley. They all just were, because they're, I think, self-conscious of, well, if I move back 4 or 5 feet, I can't really keep a good rally going. I will not do a good job for this person I just met. And so you will start improving so much if you can pick up a tiny habit of, when you start practicing your volley, you are always going behind around the service line. Yeah. I'm going to show you, just like John Craig, a little bit so you can get an idea of where he's standing. But then I'm going to show you Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, both not practicing together, but they're both practice almost the exact same way. So let me get out of here.
You can full screen too if it helps you, Peter, with the, up to you.
Okay. Well, maybe once I find, because it will take me a minute to find John's video here. Let's see here. There's John. Okay. So we're just gonna play this just for a second. We're not gonna put audio. We're just gonna show that, you'll watch it at TennisCon. This is what's coming up. But John basically gives a full lesson, and it's all about really mastering your volley around that area that he's standing on and talking about. Does a lot of great demos, a lot of great drills, explains things. Look at the classic volley. He's got the good control. And so this is one drill you can do too. See how he's going to volley and then he's moving back. Now it looks nice and simple. Lots of times, guys, the simplest things are going to make the biggest changes. But if we look at this right here, and then I'm going to put this up. This is Alcaraz and Sinner both practicing their volley. Look where they're standing. And look how, especially you can see Alcaraz kind of move back and then forward. Double hop volley. Then there's some character right there. But anyway, you get the idea. That's just a nice, simple exercise, not rocket science, that you can do to nice little tiny habit you can pick up. Maribon, any thoughts on that, my friend?
Yeah, a couple of thoughts. I mean, one is obviously, agree with that point, but I think the great thing about volleying from the around the service line too is I find that I'm more likely to then have better footwork because I then have a lot of space to be able to move forward on my volleys as well. And so I think that's one thing that players forget about. Like when you volley, a lot of players are kind of stationary. Like we did a camp, obviously, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, and we found that a significant number of the players were not actually moving forward after they hit the volley. And so sometimes, like especially when you're so close to the net and you're practicing volleys there, you don't have space to really move forward that much. And then also, kind of from a strategic point of view, whenever I see players volleying really close to the net, I love it because like when they're standing so close, I'm like, I can just easily lob them and just reset the point. This is fantastic. So that's just more of a strategic point, but I definitely like the volleying from the service line because also, as during doubles, when you're serving and volleying, you're not going to be hitting many volleys after your serve from right close to the net, right? You're going to be hitting your volleys by the service line. So you got to practice exactly what's happening during matches. So great tip there, as usual.
And then another thing, we got a great tip from the audience. Goes when Pete. So remind me this next time, Maribon. When Pete is showing something, can we go full screen? No offense.
Yeah.
Okay, Maribon, you look great. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. So yes,
Agreed.
next time I will try and remember to do that. And if Maribon, if I don't do it, then say, Pete, you said you're going to go full screen. What's going on? All right. Next is to train in progressions. That's the next big tip is if you go into TennisCon this year and you go through the first day and you look at Brady's video, my video, John's video, we all did Ryan's video, we all did different serve lessons. I'm not going to show an example this time.
Okay.
But yeah, that will be for the next thing. But we all broke the serve down into progressions. The serve is the hardest thing to do as far as in tennis, I think technically.
Yes.
Once you get it right, it's very simplistic. But until you put all the pieces together, it's very difficult. And a big mistake that most club players make is they'll watch a lot of great videos and then they don't actually do the progression work long enough. They might do it a little bit, but not enough. And so you really want to watch these videos and the drills and go out and do them. Like specifically, if you go into this year's TennisCon and you don't have a nice racket drop and continental grip and serve up on edge, if you know you have the frying pan, you should definitely just do my drill with the tennis ball and the racket butt. I have people come here. It works all the time for people. So that would be the next big tip, tiny habit to get. And I'm going to go into the next one, which I think we have video. Okay. You were on the live stream with Richard Bryce, right?
I was. Yeah, it was a great live stream. You were hilarious, by the way.
Oh, thank you. So yeah. So the third tiny habit that you can start to really do to improve your game is to think about your feet first. Richard Bryce was talking about how he had to change hands. He had to go from being a righty to a lefty. And I kept asking him like all the different things he did physically to be able to do that. And he basically said, I was always start with the footwork. Footwork first, footwork and preparation. Footwork and preparation. So again, since tennis is very technical, it's kind of like golf, when you set up to drive a ball in golf and everything. I mean, there's so many things that you're trying to get right with your preparation and your racket drop and swinging and following through and catch. So there's a lot going on with your hands that you want to get right. And you're always wondering if you're getting it right. And then you're not really thinking about how your feet coordinate into this. And Richard was saying, I basically made sure it all flowed together and I got my footwork down first and then the preparation got better and better. So what's that? There's people talking in the background.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay. So I'm going to go full screen. Going to take Maribon out here for a second. And we're going to take a look at some pro footage and we're going to take a look at them train and how they work on. This is Carlos Alcaraz. So you can see all these pros are always focused on their footwork. Look at Alcaraz right here working out in the sand. He's working on his shadow stroke. He's like a little kid here. He's definitely young. I like how he also, look how he pumps his fist there too. That's a nice little mental thing. So this is all Carlos Alcaraz. And he's working his footwork out. This is him hitting the ball. But I know there's other ones where, again, look at him in his room. So he's always working on, look, he's just see, so this is like the dream maker right here. All these things he's doing as he's young, before he's the big star. So get the feet right. I know I have another footwork video too. Let me go, boom, up, shadow stroke. See, these are like the little things that the pros are doing that you're not doing. Let me see if I've got another video or two. Oh, this is going to be a little later with a medicine ball. Okay, that's good. All right. I also want to, let me get out of that. I also want to show, so for your footwork, we've got none other than Maribon has done a great job. I like this. A lot of people don't work on this. He's going to work on running down a lob here. His video is 35 minutes. It's one of the longer ones at TennisCon. But he's showing you step by step how to break the footwork down. He's showing you the first turn, how to go back and get the ball. So he's showing when it goes over your head. Why does that keep doing that? Split step, turn, run back, and go. And he's basically nice double camera work there, Maribon. I like that. So he basically breaks everything down, and then he turns into an exercise. And then another one of my favorites always is Marissa. She's got a great workout. I like how she's got like the countdown, and she brings you into all these kind of different exercises. So you can definitely just do a nice little follow along video with Marissa and go through the timer. She pretty much does everything for anywhere from 40 seconds to 20 seconds. And so really developing your feet. And again, this is something we had a live stream the other day, and we were asking who is doing footwork exercises, comment yes or no. And most people are commenting, no, I could do better. I could do better. So you have some great videos here at TennisCon to basically do over and over again for the rest of your life so that you don't have any excuses. They're all nice follow along videos. All right, I am going to get rid of this. I'm going to come back to the presentation, and then I'm going to get Maribon back in there. Okay, we'll bring Maribon back on the stage. What am I doing? I was removed from stage. Add to stage. All right.
Back.
Very good.
Yeah. Great job, Peter. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts. I mean, with tip number 3 about the serve progressions, I've been working on my serve for, the past decade, ever since I figured, hey, I really want to invest the time. And it's all about the serve progressions, working on, the legs, the power position, the trophy position. You really can't work on multiple of those at the same time because it really takes a lot of focus and dedication to really be able to transform even one part of it. So this is speaking from experience of a lot of struggles. Honestly, there was one point that I hit where I thought, man, I really wish that, tennis didn't have the serve. Like maybe I should just play another sport. I mean, I have great ground strokes, but my serve is just not on the same level, but gradually figured it out. And it was by compartmentalizing, okay, let's work on the racket drop first, and let's work on, the stance first, all that stuff. Toss, next to toss. And then with feet, I mean, the feet is, people don't think about it enough. So, I mean, if you're not set, if you don't have, the right, stance, the right footwork intensity. That's if you don't have that, then you don't even need to worry about the rest. Like it's not going to come together. So that's something that I really have been working on a lot as well, and just training, both on and off the court. And whenever you think about yourself having, wrong stroke mechanics, first analyze and videotape yourself and think, wait, do I actually have the right footwork first? Because that's a lot of times that's going to be the real problem. So
good stuff. What was interesting, we could hear, we're having a really tough time technologically tonight. I could hear everything you were saying, so that was good. But you started to freeze up a little bit. Anyway, that was good stuff. As far as a little competition, I guess no one wants a tumbler. I don't know if you guys saw Maribon's link in there. I'll put in one more time, and I'll keep the competition open for 5 more minutes. So I'm not sure. I know I was going through all my technology issues at the time, so I'll put it in there one more time. That's Maribon's special link for the next 5 minutes. If you buy off that, I will throw in I will send you this tumbler. Okay, it's got all the Tennis Con people on it, and we'll keep that open for 5 more minutes. All right, let's keep moving. Now, Maribon, when you were watching the background, I know I'm foggy tonight, but how did the screen look when I showed everything? Did it look okay?
Yeah, the screen looked pretty good. Yeah, I think, some people are saying like try to full screen, but obviously Peter has like a monitor there, so he can't really, like full screen it, obviously. But yeah, we'll just try to make sure. Yeah, we'll just try to have you like, go on full screen, and then, but I can see everything that's, all your videos fine. So.
Oh, you can see the videos fine.
Yeah, for sure. I can see the videos. Yeah.
We got 2 members saying I'm already a member. Maybe everybody's a member. Thank you guys for being a member. Oh, by the way, yeah. Speaking of, I want to give a shout out to the members real quick here. I'm going to escape. I want to show everybody the leaderboard. This is insane. Look at this leaderboard, Maribon. The Tennis Con 9 leaderboard. There's 23 max points on the board. Look how many people are in first place. Can you see this? Oh, no, you can't really see it.
It's a little bit hard to see.
It's hard to see. Maybe if I go remove you from the thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not really clear because it's white. White doesn't show good on the screen. Anyway, everybody on here that I'm scrolling, we have, let's see here. We have 27 people tied for first place. Then we got 28th place and 29th place have 22 points, 21 points, 20 points, 19 points. I mean, even the person in 50th place, Mike Rogers, who's an awesome guy, he has 13 points. Like, everybody is really in range here to win. That's pretty cool. I'm proud of you guys. You guys are doing awesome. All right, I'm going to come back and bring Maribon back at the stage. All right, let's go back to the presentation. I did a whole lot of work tonight, but I feel like as far as my execution of the technology, woo, rough. Okay.
You're doing your best, Peter. It's tough to do this.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So our next one, tip number 4, I'm not going to show any video on this one, but I highly recommend everybody, along with your footwork, the footwork and the preparation go along together. And I call it gunslinger preparation. If you can learn to really have gunslinger preparation where your first move is automatic and you know it's perfect, tennis gets so much easier. And what do I mean by that? Imagine if you're in the Wild West and you like struggle or make an awkward move to go get your gun, and then the person you're against is quick like that, and their move is so efficient and perfect. That's a massive advantage. And if you're somebody like that in tennis, to where your move is always perfect and efficient, whether you're hitting a volley or whether you're getting ready to hit ground strokes and you get there right away, and it's perfect preparation, you have such a big advantage over people who have like hitches and glitches in their stroke, or they do little things that they don't know that they're doing. Like for example, I had a lesson come out to me. She's a member of Tennis Con, and she lives in North Carolina, and she was taking care of her grandkids. And we were working on a forehand, and she kept showing me, like, she's like, I'm really working on my unit turn. I'm really working on my unit. You see what's going wrong here? She keeps saying, I'm working on my unit turn, and she's lifting her hand open. She wasn't aware, and she's been working very hard at this. But just not being aware of like that is like making a wrong move for your holster, and it's like picking out the wrong side of the gun. You're going to shoot it backwards, right? Because she has her hand open. And then she's not aware of that, because by the time she hits, lots of times she turns over and adds topspin to the ball. But every now and then she doesn't, especially when things get going faster. This inefficient move is going to be exposed. And every now and then she's going to open that racket face, right? If the ball gets going faster, if the pressure gets more, that's when this stuff starts to add up on you guys. So be a gunslinger out there. Maribon, are you there? Are you frozen? Maribon is frozen. Wow. Maribon is officially frozen. B2 is not frozen. B2 is, he's like, what the heck's going on? Yeah, you were frozen there, Maribon. We were like that.
I switched to my cell phone internet. Yeah, we're good now.
You look very clean now. Now it looks great. Now I'm just a foggy mess. But all right.
Good, man. Good content.
It's a tad small. What's a tad small? Okay. Oh, I would include spacing along with footwork. That's absolutely true. Space along with footwork. Guys,
that's important. Yeah. Get jammed. Yeah.
Let me know if you guys have any questions as we go into, this is really good. This is another one where I'm not going to use any visible examples, but Jonathan Stokey's presentation at TennisCon is awesome. And I love it. Right off the bat, he starts with, use the inversion technique for problem solving. And so what he basically means by that is, he goes, if you've had to play somebody, think about all the ways, if you're playing a pusher, you're playing a power player, think about all the things that you could do to ensure that you lose. And then do the opposite of that. Do all the things, think of everything you could do. Like he used the pusher as an example. So he's like, be impatient. His number one thing was call them a pusher. He's like, that's just ensuring you're going to have a bad attitude by calling the person a pusher. You know, going in there with like, I hate playing these matches. Like when you do that, that's ensuring that you're probably going to have a very tough outing. So then you start to do the opposite of that. Okay, they're not a pusher. They're a good player. They keep the ball in play. You know, I've got to, if I'm not patient, I won't win. I've got to be more patient. Thinking about different things that you can do to then win the match. So think about all the things, you know, if you did, you're not going to win, and do the opposite of that and write them down. So as you have matches and you play somebody again, this is a good little exercise. Make yourself a list of the style play they are, and then write down everything you can do to ensure that you would lose if you went to play them again. And then start to formulate what would be the opposite of that. What do you think? Could you use that, Maribon, in your league stuff?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I can think about, you know, playing, let's say, aggressive opponents and saying like, what could have made me lose? Okay, I kept returning cross court and I didn't go down the line enough to test them. I didn't use different formations. Like that would be really, really good. And, you know, I think I naturally go through some of that, but I do remember also like when there was a big project that we were working on at work. And so, you know, a lot of these tennis concepts, they translate to other parts of life. And then our director said, let's actually do a post-mortem analysis, like even though we hadn't started the project yet, and basically went through all the things that could go wrong. And then we tried to obviously address them or like make sure that they wouldn't happen as best we could. So that's a great strategy. Smart, Jonathan.
Yeah. His video is really cool. He's such a good coach.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, let's see if anybody's won a tumbler. I'm gonna come back to the order station. No one has ordered a tumbler. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe everybody on here is a member. We just got the diehards on tonight. Okay,
We have a
this
lot of
is
members.
really good. So if you want to get really good at something, the more you can do uncomfortable repetition, you're gonna go so far. Like, this is probably the #1 tip in this entire live stream tonight. And talking about life, Maribon, actually the first time I heard this tip was from a Georgia, again, Dave, if you're watching, a Georgia Bulldog legend, Eric Zier. At the time when he came in to talk to us, he had the most passing yards in Georgia football history. When he talked to us, he says, "You guys want to know the secret to success? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. The more something makes you uncomfortable, you should do more of it." And so why I mentioned Will Bocek is this year he's got a bunch of drills for you to do and for you to try in matches. He basically made 5 different drill/match challenges for you, and you know he loves doubles, right? So I'm going to escape here, and I'm gonna get rid of Maribon. Sorry, Maribon. We're getting rid of you, and we're finding Will. There's Will. Okay, and we're gonna blow him up. We're just gonna have this play, but Will's presentation was really good because he gave you a bunch of different challenges that you could do in matches. And what I liked about it is, and I've kind of done this myself, and I think there's a time and a place for this. When people aren't comfortable with something, I'll say, hey, if you don't like to poach, then just try and poach, 5 times in your next match. Just poach 5 times in your next match. A lot of things like that is what a lot of coaches say. Hey, just do this a handful of times and then, try and get better at it. His challenge is, I want you to play a set and do this every time. I want you to play us, and then he'll come up with a different one. Like, he's got one for poaching, he's got one for returning, he's got one for your positioning. He's got a bunch of different drills for you to do. And he's like, I want you to do that basically the entire match for a set or a match, rather than just try it a couple times. And his theory is, like, if you just try it a couple times, you're not going to get enough reps really to get better at it in match play. I think there's some matches you can do that, to just try it a couple of times. Oh, here I come on. That's how you score a point, by the way. But I like the idea of, like, no, like, you got to play a whole match and do that, because then and only then will you get comfortable doing it. If you just tried it a couple of times and it went good or bad, you're not really getting the feel for it. You do it every single time for a complete match, you're going to start feeling good about it. So obviously the best place to do this is probably in a practice match. I know your league matches are important, but set up a practice match, especially if you have a good friend that if you could tell them maybe before the match, hey, I'm going to do this like all the time. Do you mind? Like, I just want to get this practice in. I'm sure somebody knows somebody that you have a friend that would go, yeah, that's fine. Like, let's do that. So I love that idea. And then I'm going to actually play sound on this. Hopefully it will come through. So let me escape this. I also put in winners only for this. Find that. Okay. Before I show this, I want to bring Maribon back for a second. Have you seen this guy, Maribon? The winners only guy?
I think I've seen 1 or 2 of his videos, but I'm not super familiar with him.
All right. Everybody should subscribe to his channel. First of all, this guy loves tennis like crazy. He just started playing a couple years ago. Now he's winning 4.0 tournaments.
Nice.
And yeah. And
awesome.
The name of the channel is Winners Only. You can see him starting out awful. Like, he's terrible. But he loved tennis right away. And right away, he gave himself challenges to do. He'll be like, I'm not leaving the court until I hit 100 backhands over the net in a row. I'm not doing this until I do that. I'm not leaving the wall until I do blank.
Love it.
Okay. And so he put the reps in, and then he also put pressure on himself. Very instinctive. A lot of people wouldn't do this, but he did it right away, even without a coach. He hasn't really had a main coach. He gets lessons every now and then, but he really puts himself under a lot of fire. Plus, he's filming himself doing it, so that's even more pressure.
Pressure.
So here's a video. I'm going to take my headset off, and I'm going to put my sound on all the way up. Okay. What is this? Okay, hold on. There's something playing in the background, of course. Let me escape this. Ugh. Jeez. All right. Let me come back. And then we're watching B2. B2, that's obnoxious. Stop that. Okay, let me come back. Let me come back. I'm going to go. I got to find his thing. I'm going to go full screen here in a second. All right. So I'm going to take this. You guys will hear it. Let me do a sound check for the first thing before you go, Mirabon.
Okay.
Let me see if you can hear this come through. Can you not?
Yes, I can hear it. If you can make it a little louder, that'd be ideal, but I can hear it.
Okay.
All accounts from Atlanta residents.
That's good.
Okay. All right. So this guy lives in Texas. He goes to Atlanta. All right. Listen to what he does. This is so cool. I mean, you talk about practicing. You talk about practicing pressure.
We're in Atlanta, Georgia, which by all accounts from Atlanta residents has some of the best tennis in the world. Well, we're going to put that to the test. Over the next 36 hours, we're visiting as many courts as possible, meeting up with people from here to see just how it stacks up to other cities. But there's a catch. At each court, Kyle and I will face a challenge. If we fail the challenge, we're booking our ticket home and ending the trip. Let's get started. It's an early morning here. We've just arrived. We're here at Hammond Park, Rise and Shine. Oh no, we got a little sunset action. A little sunset this morning. It's early, it's a little chilly. The sun's coming up. Just kind of a perfect way to start the day.
Ever find yourself working
hold
on
on.
paper, struggling to rephrase a complex sentence without losing its meaning? I'll shoot.
First one's easy, maybe. You saw us after the wall with a record of 38 straight rally balls. Today, 15 minutes to do 40. If we lose, we buy a flight and we go home. 15 on the clock, we got our travel agent ready to go. Who's our travel agent?
Okay. So come back here and slideshow. Gonna bring Maribon back. Okay. So did you catch that, Maribon? They gave themselves 15 minutes to make 40 balls in a row, or they were going to go home. Then they did things like, then they played different people who were fans of theirs, who were rated the same. The younger brothers a 3-5, the older brothers 4-0. And if they lost any of the sets, they would go home. So anytime they didn't complete a challenge, they had to go home. So, I mean, I thought, man, that is such a cool way to make yourself uncomfortable, really put pressure on yourself, and get better. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, these challenges are great. They put you in an uncomfortable position, but then you grow from that. So big kudos to them. Yeah,
it's a really cool channel. I definitely suggest you guys do that. Maribon, do you ever do any drills that make you uncomfortable, or what's your favorite pressure drill that you like to do?
Yeah, so this one I got from Jorge Capestani. He's a great great coach. And, obviously Peter gets the best coaches on TennisCon, so he's on there too. But yeah, that's the being down, love 30 drill. So that's a really good drill, immediately under pressure and very uncomfortable. So I like doing that, just to try to figure out a way to come back. So yeah, I mean, I think putting yourself under pressure and practice as much as you can is a great way to simulate real life, real matches. So yeah.
I like that. So Maribon's saying being down love 30, you got to then play a full set. You're always down love 30. I saw this video that these college kids posted online the other day. They had a 1-point tournament, a 1-point rally tournament.
Yeah, so, I saw that too.
Yeah. So I mean, stuff like that. If you add that, and then you get yourself nervous, and you need to feel those nerves. What is the rest of the site? It's winners only. Winners only on YouTube. And Trey is the main guy. Now his brothers make a lot of videos with him too, which is kind of cool. He kind of got his younger brother into tennis, and they're really getting good. And they do lots of cool stuff for tennis and to improve their game. Okay, we're almost at the end.
Damn.
Turn partner flaws into opportunity. So one of the things that people do, which I understand, if you have a partner who, doesn't move in the right position, doesn't want to connect with you, hits to the wrong spots at the wrong times, maybe isn't the greatest mover, it is a challenge. It's not easy. It's not ideal. But Will Hamilton, he's got two things: plays and tells. And in those, he talks about, hey, if your partner does this or that, then you can adjust and do that and do this to get better. So I'm going to play that. Maribon, is there any advice you have for people out there who maybe don't have the strongest partner? I know you play lots of different doubles with different people. What's your advice to people when they're like, I wish my partner, we were more on the same page with different things?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've even played 8-5 combo as a 5-0, and had a 3-5 partner. I mean, a couple of things come to mind. So first off is to communicate with the partner, see what they're most comfortable with in terms of what sides they want to play, and how comfortable they are with doing different formations, things like that. But I, as the stronger player, try to be as active as I can and apply as much pressure as I can against the other team, and try to make my partner feel comfortable. And yeah, I think it's just being aggressive, because I think a lot of us feel very comfortable, going back to your tip from before, with just kind of staying on our side and just doing our own thing. But when you are playing with somebody who isn't as strong as you do need to try to not fully take over, but really make yourself known as a presence, and try to be more aggressive, look more for that long ball, as Peter teaches. Try to poach towards the net aggressively to the net strap, and try different formations, like if your partner's up for it too. So definitely just overall just try to be more active and aggressive is what I think. Without, though, the pitfall with that is trying to do too much, because I've seen players who they start losing with their partner, and all of a sudden they just try to do too much, and then they overhit and this and that. It's really more like strategic, and applying pressure that way rather than just trying to go all out for winners and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Did you hear the video that I played? Did that work out pretty good, guys?
Yeah.
Because I want to play Will's. I want to play Will's video, and you heard it fine. So then most likely they're probably hearing it. So let me escape here. Let me find Will. Let's see, where is Will? Will Hamilton, I'm looking for. Oh, I think this is it. Okay. So this is actually inside the TennisCon. No, this is our preview video that we played the other day. So I'm going to turn this up. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take it away. Okay. So this is basically Will talking about what if you have a partner who camps out in the alley and leaves all the court for you to cover. So this is pretty good little tip.
Earlier I mentioned, let's say you're serving now and your partner is either A, passive, doesn't poach, or B, even worse, is both passive and overcovers the alley. So again, that can be, it's annoying, but it's also like, okay, this is an interesting challenge. Let me see if I can still hold when my partner isn't helping me out too much. So conventional wisdom is you want to serve body, tee, something like that. You want the returns coming more through the middle because that, of course, sets up your partner to poach. But your partner isn't helping you out, and if they're over covering the alley here, the sort of the middle, now let's your opponent hit right through the middle, get it to your backhand. This is way too much court for you to cover. So that is obviously not good. So what you want to do instead in this situation is you want to break the conventional wisdom, and you would actually want to serve out wide now. Because when you do that, then the return is going to come back cross court. So it's going to cross your partner's body. Now, if they're super passive, they might not poach on this thing, but they might get a racket on it. You never know. But let's just assume they're chilling there, they don't do anything. The cross-court return is still way more likely to come back to you now, and you have less court to cover. You basically just have to cover the cross-court. Anything in the middle here, you don't have to worry about now because it has to hit through your partner to get to that. So counterintuitive target, but when your partner is making a mistake, a strategic mistake, a positioning mistake, this now actually becomes a solid strategy. Okay, so I hope that helped TennisCon 9, and make sure you use all of these strategies if you ever play doubles with Peter, because he makes every mistake in the book. So I hope you
Oh man, that was good. That was pretty funny.
So I got to say something, Peter. So I hit with Will a few days ago, and afterwards we were chatting over dinner, and he said that, I put this really funny line at the end of the video, but Peter said he was going to cut it out, and I told him, I said, I know Peter, he's not going to cut it off. He's going to think or cut it out. He's going to think it's hilarious. He's going to keep it in. And to your credit, you did, because you're cool.
Oh yeah, I can't believe he thought I was serious.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I wrote I'm cutting the last. I said your video is great, but I'm cutting out the last 5 seconds, and I put LOL or something like that. And I actually put it in. That was the preview video, so I really put it out there. Yeah, definitely was not cut. No, that was like gold. I love that. That was funny. All right, Snakes and Ladders. Let's take a look at that. Snakes and Ladders is a great pressure game. 3, 6, and 9 are must win points, or you go back to 0. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Would love to hear more about working with a weaker player, knowing they will be the target. Yeah, so Will's video is kind of all about that. So make sure you watch Will's entire video. That was just a little quick snippet in his video. The videos, though, guys, this year are shorter. We have some longer ones. Maribon's 35, Brady's is 30. But for the most part, you can get through these videos within 5 to 12, 13 minutes, most of them. So, all right.
There's a question, by the way, Peter. Oh, I
yes.
don't know if you want to do it now.
No, we can do questions. Yeah.
From Michael, like two responses ago, he said, "What do you do when you poach and your partner doesn't move to cover your back?" Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, if you have a planned poach, your partner should cover you.
Yeah.
And should know to cover you. So if that's happened, you guys, you have to talk it out, and you have to do it in a way where it's not telling them what to do, like you have to figure out a way. really artistically say, can you help me out? Because when I go, I need you to, I can't get back or something like that. Could you back me up? When I poach, just to remind them. If they aren't doing it when you go on instinct and you're going across, you can figure out a way to talk about it. But sometimes you just have to be willing to give up a point. Sometimes if they're not instinctually a good mover and don't cover, they're probably not going to learn that skill within the match. So you can talk about it a little bit, but you can't force it, because even if you talk about it a lot, they're probably not going to do it during the match. If you're like going, then they don't really instinctively go over there. It's probably something they're not going to start doing. Maybe they can. It all depends on the person. You have to know who you're playing with. So, yeah. This next one comes from Dr. Mark Kovacs, and that is medicine ball power exercises. So what he goes through is how you can add power into your game. And he talks about that you should do, it's not many reps. We're just talking about 4-5 reps and throwing a medicine ball as hard as you can. And really getting good at the medicine ball, in that I think why that's such an important game changer, such a great tiny habit, is to start working on the medicine ball. Is a lot of players who come out to me don't know how to use their kinetic chain. They don't know how to feel their hip really load up and get power out of it. And so they hit very inefficiently, and they're missing a lot of power, not through needing to get stronger, but to really get the technique. So the medicine ball will get you stronger, but it's also going to give you that great rhythm of how to hit the ball, harder with less effort. Once you really feel how the medicine ball sinks. Hitting a tennis ball, the load and release is a lot like a medicine ball. And so I'm going to show you, I know the video I had up before that was talking actually had it was on the channel that showed the medicine ball. I'm going to see if I can re-find it. So we'll escape. And then we're going to move on quick, because we got a little trivia game to finish, and I want to get to that for sure. So let's see if I can find this. Let's see if it's the video before.
Watch what magnesium does to your bowels.
No, watch what magnesium does to you. God.
That's not tennis.
That's not tennis. Oh, here's the medicine ball video. Good. I didn't lose it. Okay. So I want you to watch all these different players working with the medicine ball. You can see that pretty good, Maribon, can't you? Maybe I should
full
screen.
Feel free. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I hate to leave you. All right, here we go. So watch. Here's Carlos Alcaraz working with the medicine ball. Looking footwork and medicine ball. Loading, getting the core. Look at the back leg loading. Next video, look at this. She's in the wall. She's isolating just the hips, throwing against the wall. Okay. Now overhead. That's going to help with kind of like your serve. Okay. Now they're working with a smaller one so you can shoot out. That's Casper Ruud. Guys, look at all the different tennis pros working with a medicine ball, working on their footwork, working on their technique. This is why they play like machines, because they've been doing this since they're little kids. But this is stuff you guys can do. You can do this. You don't have to do it as fast or as long. Mark Kovacs actually recommends that you do it for, just like 4 or 5 reps and then rest. Man, this is a tough one that Casper Ruud's doing. This is a pretty good video. That's why I keep watching. I like it myself. This is a great drill. Boom. That's a workout. Holy cow. He's continuing to go. That guy's in shape. Look at this. Who's that? That's the GOAT right there. Novak Djokovic, with one of the best physical training coaches in the business, working on the medicine ball, forehands and backhands. Right? They all do it, guys. Look at this. One after the next. Another one. I'll just go through one more. Let's see. Okay. So you can see pro after pro working with a medicine ball. So this is something you definitely have to do. That's in the Mark Kovacs. He gives you like 5 different power exercises, all very unique. All definitely will help you hit the ball harder and understand, more than having to get like this physically stronger. It's going to start to help you understand how to use your power and tap into your power sources. You don't necessarily have to become, so much stronger, though you're going to get stronger as a result. But I think even more than that, you're going to learn how to feel your body. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring Maribon back at the stage. Thoughts, Maribon?
Yeah, I love the medicine ball. It really teaches you how to use your kinetic chain properly. I mean, especially for those of you who may not have, the most technically sound strokes, which is, a lot of us, under 4-5 or whatnot. If you then compare yourself hitting a forehand to actually the proper motion of throwing a medicine ball from your right side or left side, you're going to all of a sudden look really good. So I really like that. And it also reminds me of I really apologize. I'm forgetting the name of the tennis coach, but he actually had folks serve with a hammer. Obviously, you have to be very careful. But, when you're using the hammer, it really teaches you how to use your kinetic chain, your whole body, because you can't just like arm it with the hammer. So basically, the medicine ball is a great tool that really teaches you how to use your whole body. And I really like it. And I love doing medicine ball drills, great core drills. So really good, really highly encourage you. And they're cheap too.
Absolutely. Okay. So this is the last one. And then we're going to get into some tennis trivia. And more people are going to win some stuff. So.
Oh, by the way, how heavy should the ball be? I would say, personally speaking, like 8 to 12 pounds is pretty good, but I don't know if you have any thoughts on that question, Peter.
I think you want to mix up the weights. Sometimes do a 2 or 1 pound. Like you saw Ruud in that. Ruud was in 2 of those. One, he was throwing a light one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that way you can kind of get that zip, and then the other ones that are heavier, if you go 4, 6, 8 pounds, now you got to work more on your, like the weight, right? Feeling that weight. So you want lighter ones where you can get that like zip and that whip. I'm obviously very tight quartered here, so I can't do a great demo, but you want to do light ones and you want to work up and do heavy ones. Okay. So,
great tip.
That's a great question.
No holes in the walls yet.
No holes in the walls. Yeah. All right. Number 9, this is our 9th and final tiny habit you can do to get 98% better as a tennis player. And that is to become a zone mind reader. Okay. So Greg Lesueur, how you say it? Lesueur?
Greg Lesueur.
Yeah. Greg Lesueur. Great coach.
Yes.
He showed all the different zones, and I'm not taking Maribon out this time. I'm just not. I just can't do it again. It just takes too long, and we're not going to see the bit. But I want to find Greg. Here he is. Okay. So he's talking about the zones here. Turn on the sound. You can see the cones all there. He breaks it all down, and he talks about, when to move in. He's specifically talking about when to attack. Like that's a higher ball, so he's going to stay back there, and he reads that early. So he's going to still hit in the neutral zone. That's like zone 4 he's in. Then he sees this one, and he moves on up. You can see that the ball is low over the net. So look how he's moving into the next zone. So the more you can learn to do this, I call it being like a mind reader, is the more you learn to do this, even as you're hitting the ball, before your opponent hits the ball, you hit a ball, you send it over. As you're hitting the ball, judge the quality of that send. The better the send, you can kind of be ready to anticipate to move up into the court because there's a greater chance you're going to hit a short ball. If you hit a send that's not that good, you should start moving back sometimes before they hit. Too many people are trying to do the reactions according to their opponent's hit too much. And lots of times that's too late. The first thing that you should be thinking about is how good is your hit and what are they likely to do? So then you're able to react to their hit much faster. If you're just watching them going, oh, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? You're just probably not going to react in time. But if you hit a shot and you're like, I think they're going to do this because I just hit a really good shot. Well, that ball didn't feel so great off my racket. I better move back a couple steps because they might crack this next one. The more you do that, you can move much better in between offense, defense, neutral. All right, Maribon, that's our list. What do you think?
That's really good. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I try to do that as much as I can. As like you said, if I realize as soon as I realize I'm hitting a weak shot, then I'm really backing up to recover. Same thing for a lob, short ball. If I'm able to really crack the ball, then I'm already looking for an opportunity. So, and you definitely have a lot more time to then prepare if you're preparing as soon as you realize the type of shot you hit rather than waiting for the other person's shot. So great tip. Great tip. Great tip.
All right, so 101 of you are still thugging it out after an hour and 6 minutes. That's pretty
Solid.
impressive. And so you're going to now get to play trivia for a tumbler. Okay.
Nice.
And I'm going to send you all this if you win tonight. And I'm also going to put in a TennisCon 9 ornament with me and Maribon. And
Yes,
I'm going to throw in the towel. So you win all three. You win all three if you win trivia tonight. Okay? And this will be good practice for the end of our competition, because I have a feeling we're going to have so many people in first place that we're going to have a what I call this is a little different how we're doing trivia tonight. But when we do talk about pressure, I've come up with something for the end. I know exactly how we're going to do the end, and it's going to be called match point trivia. So this is good practice tonight. You're not going to see the full version of match point trivia tonight. Match point trivia has a couple more wrinkles in it, but this will help you be good with your answers. So I'm going to get out a little blank sheet of paper here so I can keep track of who has the points. Maribon will help me too. This is always stressful. These questions and seeing who answers. And then with B2 on the desk, you're not making life any easier, B2. Okay. All right. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Fingers on your dial. Some of you might have already noticed the first question. We're getting ready to play TennisCon 9 trivia. First question is, who won the Six King Slam? We'll see the first answer that comes through. Who won the... Okay, Jack. Jack is good at trivia, man. I think he won last time. Jack, you got it right.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Jack. Wow. Okay, it was Sinner. What do you guys think of the Six Kings Slam? Is it anything important, or it's just, to me it just feels like a big money grab? I really didn't get into it. Did you watch the Six Kings Slam this year?
I'll be totally honest with you. I watched highlights of some of the matches.
Yeah, I did. I don't know.
I want to be invited though.
To me, it's like I don't think we need it. Come on. I say get rid of it.
Well, what if they invite you? Then would you be a fan?
Oh yeah.
Invite you to play?
100%. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, somebody agrees with me. It's just a big money grab. Yeah, I'm not into it. It kind of feels yucky, to be honest. Kind of like, ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. Although they offer me to win $6 million, I'd be there in a heartbeat. Okay. All right. Here we go. Next question. Who won the women's Wimbledon final this year? You can do last name. Wow. Now I'm on low battery mode. Great.
Okay.
Did the answer come through yet?
There's a brutal one. I have not seen any answers yet. What?
Who won Wimbledon? Female.
Oh, okay. Now they just came in. What the heck?
Who said?
Varian. Cow. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing.
Varian. Yeah. Swiatek. Yeah. Varian.
Yeah.
Got it. He's got a point. Okay.
Well done.
1 point. 1 point. Okay. Are you ready? Next question. Who was the ATP Player of the Year in 1989? And Yvonne, we were having drinks yesterday. Maribon, I'm very proud of this. She pulled up some tennis trivia. She asked me this question: who was the ATP Player in 1989? No Google, no nothing. I got it right. Agassi, no.
Wow. Nope.
Andre, no.
Tough
It's not
one.
Andre. It's not Andre.
Tough one.
Lendl, no. Not Lendl.
Nah,
Sampras, no.
not Sampras.
Patrick Rafter, no.
Nope.
Mac, definitely not. Mac was
Oh
way
my
past his prime.
gosh. Come on.
Zuka, it's
Zukao.
Becker. Zukao.
Nice one, Zukao.
Becker.
Beer.
I can't. I'm so proud of myself. I came up with that all on my
That's
own.
really impressive, man.
Yes. I impressed
Well
her. I impressed her with my tennis knowledge.
You're in
Okay.
college during
All right. Next question. Who was the last? I also got this right. Who was the last Brit before Andy Murray to win Wimbledon? Who was the last Brit before Andy Murray to win Wimbledon? Freelander. Who was the last Brit? Henman, no. Henman never won it.
Wow.
Fred Perry,
Oh.
David Daniel.
Boom.
David Daniel.
Wait, was it David Daniel or was it Frank Sachs? You see Frank Sachs?
I have David Daniel. Wait.
Go right above him.
Frank
you don't
Sachs.
see Frank Sachs?
No, it's Frank Sachs.
I mean,
Frank
unless
Sachs.
it depends though.
No,
is that
no,
acceptable?
you're right.
That answer. Is that answer acceptable
yeah, I'll give
though?
it to him. I'm giving it to him.
Okay.
I'm giving it to him. Frank Sachs.
Okay.
Frank Sachs.
Sorry, Dave. We know Frank answered first.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Maribon. Good catch. Good catch. Be mad at
Yeah.
Maribon, not me.
No.
I literally have 6% on my battery left. This is like a nightmare.
You
Oh
got
my
it.
God. Okay. I start with
Oh my
100% too. I guess we're really
Oh,
burning
wow.
through stuff. Okay. How many semifinals in Grand Slams did Novak Djokovic get to this year? How many Grand Slam semifinals did he get to this year? First answer, come through. Four, Jack. Jack just put himself over the line. Pete just went down to 5%. Guys, this live
my
stream
God.
might literally end with me running out of power. Okay.
Jack.
Next
yep.
question.
Wow, Jack.
Next
Amazing.
question. Who has the world record for the world's fastest serve? World record for the world's fastest serve. Who has it? Is there Zukao? Oh, Zukao has got two.
Oh,
Woo!
damn.
We got 2-8 tie. Okay.
Oh my God. What are you going to do?
This is the last question. Let's see who wins. How many points are available right now at the top of the leaderboard for TennisCon 9? How many points are max points on the board right now available? Mark got it, 23.
Oh my gosh. You need more questions. You got enough battery for that?
Okay. So, last question. Only answer, guys. Do not answer this question unless you are Jack or Zukao. Here's the final question. This is like match point. This is the match point question. We have two people tied. Final question. Okay. Are you guys ready? What is the official launch date of TennisCon 9? What is the official launch date? Mark says, come on, man. Mark, you only had 1 point. The 27th, Jack got it.
Oh,
Jack
Jack.
wins.
Zuko.
Jack, email me.
Oh, what?
Email me.
10:31? Oh, Zuko.
Email me at crunchtimecoaching@gmail and send me your address, and I will send you everything. Okay.
Oh,
Maribon,
man.
I literally have 3% left.
Oh my gosh.
So you have bonuses with
Yes.
TennisCon.
Yes,
Pull
let
up
me-
your
let me-
bonuses. If you
my-
buy off Maribon's link, Maribon will also follow up with an email later with his link. I'll follow up with Maribon's link. If you buy, and anybody who buys tonight, I will send you a tumbler. Okay. I'm just a softie. Anybody who buys before tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, I will send you a tumbler. But you got to buy off Maribon's link. It's only off Maribon's link. If you don't buy off his link, I'm not going to send you a tumbler. Even if you're like, I bought. If you have to buy off his link, otherwise, no tumbler. Okay.
All right, Peter,
Do
I'm
your
ready.
bonuses.
I'm sharing. Can you add me in there? Add the screen.
Oh
You need to add me.
There you
All right,
go.
so I'm making this quick because of the battery, but
No,
so
you go.
you're not only going to get
you go.
Yeah, so you're not only going to get lifetime access to all the 9 challenge days and then the audio downloads and everything that Peter is including. You know, you can compete for the 10 grand prizes, including the camp and whatnot. I'm going to give you a tennis summit technique power pack. So I'm going to give you the best lessons on technique from my various tennis summits. Going to give you that. And I'm also going to give you a top 10 podcast interviews from my tennis the Tennis Files podcast. So I don't know if this is coming up right now, but okay, it's not. But I have a tennis podcast, and I've also done so many summits over the years, like Peter has with TennisCon. So I'm gonna give you these bonuses in red, and if you sign up with my link, I will do that for you. And Peter, I hope you have enough battery left.
I'm plugged in now. Hopefully,
very good.
Hopefully the plug-in is stronger than the battery drain. We'll find out.
Yeah. But I'm happy to give this to you. And, even by itself, TennisCon 9 is amazing value. Peter always does his best. He works so hard and puts in a lot of hours. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, I'm happy to give you these bonuses if you use the link that Peter put in there.
Okay, great. Yeah. So guys, use Maribon's link. I hope you all had a lot of fun tonight. We'll follow up just with an email too with Maribon's link so things are clear. And we're going to have a great week. It starts tomorrow. You're going to get 4 lessons tomorrow. If you're on the free pass, you're going to get myself. I basically teach the slice serve. You're going to get Brady, who brings you through a bunch of awesome serve drills, about a 30-minute video, really good stuff. Ryan Reedy's going to take you step by step on how to hit a kick serve. He's always got unique drills in there, very good. And then John Craig is going to help you with your setup, so you get like the toss and the bounce. That's literally like almost everything you need to have a complete serve on day 1. So make sure you don't miss it. Karen says, thanks, guys. This is great. I really appreciate you guys are so positive because I didn't feel like tonight was great. I felt like it was a really hard night for me technically, and but I still had fun with it. But you guys are awesome. Link to the leaderboard would be great. I have sent, let me know if you're a member, Maria, let me know if you're not getting my membership emails, because literally almost every day I'm sending an email like, can you log in okay? And I also put in there, here's the leaderboard. So you can check out the leaderboard. I put in a link to all the members almost every day showing you a leaderboard update, or at least every other day, but it's pretty much every day. So that's another thing, guys. If you are a member, is anybody not able to log in? Let me know. Email me at crunchtimecoach@gmail. Even put in the chat right now just so I know. I'm not going to be able to probably remember, but still email me. But I just want to know, is anybody having trouble logging if you're a member? Is anybody not getting my membership specific emails where I'm saying, here's the leaderboard. If you can't log in, here's how many points are on the board. I'm pretty much doing it almost daily updates. So I would love to know in the chat if you're like, I'm a member and I haven't logged in, or I don't see the leaderboard, or I'm not getting your emails. It'd be good to kind of, since we still have 69 people on, if we could get a feel for that. Otherwise, any final words, Maribon, for our kickoff party?
Yeah, I just want to say again, Peter has done a great job in changing the way this year's TennisCon 9 is, and it's getting a great response. It's getting people to be a lot more engaged, with the challenge format. It's really exciting. And there's a great focus on really taking action with the challenge format. And that's the most important thing, is that you all not only watch, the videos, but also take action. And that's also why getting the all access pass is really helpful, because you get lifetime access to all of the challenge days, all the videos as we have on the screen here, plus the, the bonuses from me and Peter. And that way you can refer to it just like it's a library for you to always refer to. And, I personally go back to, tennis, these tennis, either tennis con or tennis summit lessons, frequently, like when I'm trying to work on something, because there's so much great information on there. And, all of the coaches plus Peter have put in a lot of work and great effort. And I think they definitely, I don't know how to say it, but I think it definitely is, worth it to invest in this because of all the hard work that all the coaches have put into it, as well as Peter. And it's really great stuff. I mean, I watch the previews. They're awesome, really helpful. Like, honestly, I was even thinking about your advice, Peter, on the slice serve when I was playing a match, and I actually aced somebody because I was thinking of one particular tip over and over again when I was slice serving. So great job. And yeah, thank you everybody for coming on, and really hope that you have a great week. Get really excited and enjoy this week because it's going to be really fun. And I'm really excited for it too. Can't wait to tune into everything, all the content, all the live streams. So can't wait. So great job, Peter. And thanks everyone.
All right, cool. Maria says, I'm getting the emails. Dave says, I'm not, I just hooked him up though. I think today I hooked you up, Dave, or yesterday. So I will definitely make sure you get the leaderboard as well, Dave. I got you back. And oh yeah, you guys have a great night. Maribon, thank you so much, man. You're awesome. You were like the best co-pilot ever. You helped us through some stormy weather tonight, and you righted the ship. Even when I was talking to you like this, you are the man. I love you. That's why we got you on the tournament. And guys, we'll see you guys later. Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Peter.